Hello and welcome to another episode of me drawing, painting and drawing. Today we're using the Artisan oils. They're my new medium of choice. I like to go through different mediums and then keeps the fun and enjoyment in my drawing and painting. I'm going to have a go at this portrait. This is a picture I got from earthsworld.com. I'll put a link in the description. Pretty sure it's called earthsworld.com. There's loads of people pictures on there that illustrators can use, and I really like this one because I wanted to do a profile image of someone, and this one works for me. I'm going to base the painting on this. I don't know if I'm going to... Well, I know I'm not going to do a photographic image. I've done photographic style painting before, but it's not really what I want to do today. I will do in the future though, of course. Let me just do this. So, I'm using a canvas board. It is a Winsor & Newton artist quality board. It's a 12 by 10, and I've painted it with some, like I did in my previous episode if you saw it. I painted it in brown, two acrylics, raw umber and burnt sienna. I just covered the whole canvas in that, and the reason I do that is because I don't like using white canvas. The idea of using it, I just can't do it. Not anymore. I just don't like it. So I'm going to just to show you, I'm just going to sketch this part of the nose on here. Like I said, I'm not going to do an exact replica of that. I'm just going to use his face as for me, and I'm just using this white Coloursoft pencil. I'll just do a quick sketch of his nose. Now when I've done more realistic pictures, I would literally print it out, and I'd get a ruler and I'd measure things until I plotted it out on the whole canvas or whatever you're using really, and then I've painted it in that manner, and that works quite well. If you're getting commissions of someone, then you will need to make it look like them, of course. I'm doing that nose a bit too high. Don't want it to be too high. Luckily, I can rub it out. So, let's do it. One of those about there. I don't want it right up there. I'll lose him then. I'll lose him off the canvas. So you can use your own picture if you want. I'm going to do a self-portrait. Always fun to do. I did one of those recently for a course that I'm doing. And I do a lot of this. I go like that. I go the nose there, the forehead, the end of the forehead, sort of here. But this is just a base for us. We can exaggerate features and stuff and change things as we go. Just showing you how you can give it a go. Its mouth sort of there. Something like that. Part, chin. Also, you could, if you was doing a caricature of him, then you could exaggerate features. ear, about there I think, more like there. Do this as well, so it's more like there. It's easy to see how your eye can send you into a different place, because that chin's more like that, and yeah, I think it's about there. We'll go with it. Ear leads up with the eyebrow. The eye is about there. I'm losing him with it. Wasn't getting it quite right there, so I don't want to get too bogged down with the laying out of the drawing, but it is an important part. If like I said, if it's a commission or something, then yeah, you need it to be right. If it's experimental and you're just like practicing your techniques and you just need to practice painting faces, then it doesn't matter too much. Then we can sort of have a look at what we've got and decide whether we're going to go ahead with it. It's a bit caricature-y, it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to do a painting. Of course, we can change things as well when we're doing the painting. We'll still give him a shirt, I think. Not like that anyway. Oh dear. Looking up at the screen and looking at what I've got, it's nothing like him. Just looks too big, that nose. There. Yeah, we can work with this. It's very loose. I mean, we haven't even got the ruler out. This is totally off. So I'm trying not to get too deep into this, otherwise I end up spending too much time doing the drawing and not doing any painting, which is what this is about, painting. Anyway. We'll think about that later. Right, so we've got a basic idea of a person in here. Like I said, it's not perfect by any means. You can see straight away I want to this is how it usually happens with me. I do like, I'll create something and then I'll just build it up and build it up, and I'll keep seeing things and then I'll change things, and before you know it, you've spent hours and hours on a picture as you've refined it and refined it. But anyway, we don't want to be doing that. Just want to give you an idea to get you going. So that'll do for that. We'll leave that for now. We'll just go into painting someone. So the first thing done is I've created a palette of colours. Just to go around the colours what I've got. Titanium white, yellow ochre, which is going to be one of my main colours, alizarin crimson, burnt sienna, phthalo green, which, I mean, that's a power colour, and I kind of want to make a black at some point, so I'm going to use that with a crimson. In fact, let's do some of that now. I want a black for the darkest areas, and phthalo green and crimson makes a nice black. Okay, so I've got that ready. Might need a bit more crimson in it. Oh, I haven't put my knife out, so I can't chop any off. Oh well, we'll leave that then. So, titanium white, yellow ochre, alizarin crimson, burnt sienna, phthalo green, a mixture of phthalo green and alizarin crimson, cadmium yellow hue, and ultramarine blue. Now this colour I probably will use to mix like a warm tone with the red and the blue, and crimson makes a nice purple, and I'm not sure. The blue and yellow makes a nice green. I don't know. I don't really know about that just yet. I like to keep things spontaneous a bit when I'm painting. So I'm just going to wipe this brush. Just use my baby wipe just to get most of the paint off, and then use a bit of water. So it's always good when you first start. You've got that feeling of, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to do a masterpiece this time. Just trying to get this brush clean. That phthalo green is dangerous. So strong, it stains your brush. And for skin tones, I don't want the brush to be stained green. Okay, that'll do. Just going to grab my knife. Okay, so for the skin tone, I want to create like a pinky colour. So I think yellow ochre, crimson, a little bit burnt sienna, and white. Let's see what we get. See, that's not bad actually. I want it to be a bit pinker. I like that. I do like that one. So, that was yellow ochre, bit of crimson, bit of dark sienna and white. We've got quite a nice skin tone. Slightly too dark. I'm okay with that. Move that on there. Get some pure white. And make a lighter colour. Okay, so that gives us a couple of colours, so we can get started with the painting. And, as always, as I paint, I just see what happens. See straight away this head shape's like right behind here, but we'll look at that later. The nose and ear. It's not far off, I suppose. There's things that are wrong, fortunately, but just the way it is. So let's put some colour on now. It looks quite bright actually, this colour. Looking at it on the brown, it is quite a bright colour. Maybe we can go with sort of an in-between for the highlights on this face. Let's try the bridge of the nose and just see what happens. Yeah, it's quite bright. Yeah, I'm still painting. It's quite bright, but I kind of like it. I'm gonna sort of put some darker bits in with it. I'm not using any water yet. Just sort of picking out areas. Oh, quite. They've got a bit of light to them. And there's some that's very bright, like so here. It's quite bright there. Not so bright. Yeah. Kind of a light bit here as well. Just picking up a little bit of the darker colour just to make a darker tone. We can use that for certain areas. So I'm not going to do a lot of blending in this. I'm just going to be putting colour on and seeing where it takes us, really. I could do it being a bit brighter there. Finger. I'm sort of at a point where I feel like I should be sort of feeling the paint a bit more, getting an idea of the way the structure is. So I was saying in the other episode, I went to the portrait gallery looking at the fine paintings people have done over the years. It really is amazing. Portrait gallery in London. It's fantastic. And the paintings, and they're just amazing. to really get you motivated to do something, to paint yourself, to paint something that you want to paint. Right, I think I've gone quite bright, really. I need to go much darker now. Sort of a crimson-y, just sort of playing a little bit. Maybe a touch of blue in there. Yeah, that's quite a good colour. Let's try this. That's sort of a brownish colour here. Thrown in a bit of the lighter as well. Use this colour for here on the nose. Skin here. I'm sort of thinking now, oops, it's quite bright, where the skin goes, the way it flows. So there was a painting I was looking at in the portrait gallery, which was it was amazing. It was very loosely painted. I can't remember what it's called now, but the you could see the brushstrokes. I was like, wow, that's incredible, because it just showed someone's face. Using brush strokes. I mean, this is very much, I guess, abstract-y. I'm using paint, lots of it. And I get to the stage where I'm more, I feel like I'm modelling rather than painting. I'm creating a a sculpture. Picked up a bit of that greeny colour and the brown. I'll make it real dark now. The eye placement needs to be dark. The nostril. I tend to use just the one brush, but you don't have to. I'm going to get this in. It's the line here. On the line here as well. There's quite a lot of face lines. Line is important. Line, tone. To model that a bit better. Mouth. Chin. Okay, let's change brushes. Get some fresh colour going. Lost a little bit there. Lost a skin colour there. Like a skin colour back in there as well. Using white as well to add in the light. Lost a little bit of it to get it back. There's a bit there. There's a little bit there. I'm not sure whether I should just indicate part of the face. Yeah, but you see how it's sort of building. And this is just one way of doing a portrait, of course. I mean, you could colour mix and do it traditionally. You get these feelings. Sounds crazy. You get these feelings that areas should be different colours. And you're like, I want that to be blue there. I want to get blue in this area. Then I'll come back with the other colours, sort of bringing it together. Warm areas up, of course. Maybe the crimson. I want to warm area up here. If it's too warm, cool it down. Okay. So just turn that there, just turn the paint to say that's, so that bit's turned. Dear. To say, to give you the shape, to go bang, that's like that. Sort of darkness there under the ear, a bit of darkness around this area. Just show you my palette. So you start off with an image. You don't have to go with that. You don't have to go with what you see. You can go with what you want to be there. Just grabbing a bit of blue. I want to go in that. Under the eye. Some creases in there. Okay, what am I doing? What would be good is if we can start the hair, because I think that will help us develop things more, develop things further. So I'm using the phthalo green and crimson mixture, and I'm just putting it in with white. And we can start working on the hair. As I'm doing this, I start seeing things I want to change. Areas that I think I could do with a little more brightness or colour. I'm going to throw a tiny bit of blue in this white grey mixture, a bit more. There we go. I'm a painter of colour. Just using light pressure to do the hair. If you've ever painted a mountain before, I use this kind of pressure when I do that. Pretty much no pressure, just the paint moving. Something like that. We really need to get that ear in. Just wash this brush. Paper towel. While I'm doing that, I can look at the picture as I'm washing the brush and ask myself, what do I want to achieve now? Is it the way I wanted it? Have I worked it too yellow in places? Do I need to warm it up in places? I think it would be nice to have some warmer areas. Actually, oh, this brush is falling to bits. Something I need to invest in is some good, decent brushes that are going to last me. These brushes, they're cheapos really, and they tend to fall to bits very easily. So, top tip, get some good brushes. Ear. Let's get this ear in. Let's paint it in. Back there. Something like that. Ears are quite warm, especially when people are talking about you. So I'm going to warm this up. Just sort of adding bits of light area here and there where it needs it. I can actually leave that dark. Or I could use this bluey grey. That's interesting. I could even change it and warm it up. I think that'll work even better. In fact it does. Now this bit, this dark bit, don't like it now. Get rid of it. There needs to be a bit of dark there, but not the way it was. I'm going to start putting some blue in. Just want some in there. So, yeah, because that's now darkening that nicely. And let's wash my brush. Of course, I'm using artisan oil, so I just wash my brush in water. Brilliant. A bit of colour in here. Kind of let things get a bit dull here. charge the colour in a bit more warmth. I'm just picking out bits that I want to change. I feel needs improving. Bit of this white will come down now. Okay, that's quite dark. I need some darker colour. This greeny crimson will do just nice. Bit of blue in it. Make it a bit of a mess here. I know what I want. I want like a grey-ish. Almost. Yeah. I want to add some more dark into the hair. That's better. It's going a bit too white. I really want that bit there. So we can always paint around the edges. I just wanted to smooth that bit off. A little bit of white that sort of goes down and then up again there. Let's get that bit of detail done, and then it goes down. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. What could we do? We could do this shirt in blue. Nice blue shirt. That was a bit too much. Sorry, I went quiet there. I was busy repairing. And I thought about putting some light on. I ended up putting too much on. Something like that. Just pulled the brush apart again. Just looking to see what I think I could do. I'm really gonna have to get some brushes. Just brushes that fall to bits. Not much fun. Right, let's have a look. I want to get some lines in there. I want to get some light in areas. I'm going to use the liner. Right there. And white. And there. Here. Here. There. So like that. Something else I want to do. Getting some of this yellow and crimson and make an orange. Okay. Just use a bit of water to thin it out a little bit. It's better. It's just to thin the paint a little bit because it was a bit too dry. Okay, and then I'm going to look at areas that I want a bit of warmth under. And the nose there. And there. And the eye. The chin here. There's certain areas I want these flecks of orange. It would be nice to have an eyebrow in there. Just thought. And the eyebrow's quite dark, so let's go with this. looking too bad. I think I've got the head wrong. The head would be better there, I think. I'm looking at the camera. You can see the whole picture a bit there. And from what I just glanced up and saw, use a brush. Skin colour again. A bit of that bluey grey maybe. When I really look, I can almost see light in the eyes though. Yeah. Thinking green now. Just looking how long I've been, almost an hour. Yeah, so I want a bit of green. In some of these darker areas. So what was I going to say? I'm painting more instinctively. I'm feeling the colour. I'm feeling like what do I want there? What do I think would look? How do I want the painting to look? See this area, I feel needs darkening. Okay. Just soften some of this. In this area. So that's starting to work better now. There's a bit of light there that I've lost. Okay. Lost that. Yeah, I think I'm about done. This just shows you, how... I'm not actually sure what it shows you. It shows you how I go about doing a portrait in a loose fashion, just throwing colour on and seeing what happens, and then at the end you can always paint the edges. I'll probably do a mixture of dull colours. As the background. Thanks very much for watching this one. It is very different, and hopefully it'll give you a little burst of creativity and it'll make you want to do a painting. Yeah. So, thanks very much for joining me, and I will see you at another episode. I might just leave this as it is. Work on the background another day. But now I think it does do what I wanted it to do, and that's show you fun painting, how to get one started anyway. And like I said, if you wanted to do a realistic one, it's the same method, it's just you colour mix and place the colours in the right positions. I'll do one of those at some point as well, just to show you. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it in an hour though, and I don't really want to do speed ones because there's plenty of speed paintings on YouTube already. I don't think me adding to that is going to be very helpful. So maybe I'll break one down or something. I'll work it out. We will see. Anyway, while I just throw colour on this canvas, slow goodbye until next time. And maybe I'll do a landscape or maybe a seascape. Okay, check out the palette now. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching this one. I hope you found it interesting, and I will see you soon. Cheers.